We hope that you enjoy the game, and let's learn how to set it up.
These are harmony cards. These determine your power level as you use them in practice, as well as become currency when you have mastered them. For setup, shuffle red and gold cards together and place all silver cards on top. These are challenge cards. They are an optional difficulty modifier during an adventure and will grant rewards when completed. For setup, draw randomly and place the corresponding level on the board. Next are the trainer cards. These are important as they represent you, the player. Each trainer is unique in its abilities and playstyle. All trainer cards have two sides. They will always start in the muted side, and once upgraded in the game, will become more powerful. These are technique cards. These are how you upgrade Aang's base dice. The player board is both the training area and also where you keep track of your current power level and the challenge level during an adventure. The Comet tracker is the game's timer. Certain cards, when drawn, will advance it forward. Once it reaches the end, you must fight the Phoenix King that turn. The Appa miniature is used to track the player's position on the board, as well as the adventure difficulty. And these are the dice. The black dice are Aang's starter dice. Throughout the game, you will upgrade them with elemental dice or even avatar dice. Each element has its strengths and weaknesses, but is better than the base dice. This slash means or. You choose one or the other when rolled. And these dials are used to keep track of permanent mastery points. To set up the game, the tokens will be placed onto the circles on the map. They should be randomly drawn and different every time. Next, shuffle the challenge cards separately by level, then deal one card into each of the indicated spaces on the board. Guru and Fire Lord will always be on the same positions. Next, shuffle the trainer cards and deal 2 to each player. They will then choose one and receive 2 dice of the corresponding element. And finally, the harmony cards. 2 will be drawn from the deck and placed into the training field. The first will be put into Phase 2, and the second into Phase 1. Then, 2 cards will be dealt to each player, and finally, 2 will be drawn from the deck and placed into the environment. The environment can be placed wherever you want, but it can only hold 2 of each element. If a third is drawn, it is called cascading, and all of that element will be discarded. Each person has a 3-phase turn. The first phase, you can choose one of 3 options. Option 1 is to meditate, which means to draw 3 harmony cards from the deck or the environment in any combination. Option 2 is to train. Training is taking 2 harmony cards from your hand and training them on the player board. Each card under the new card will upgrade 1 stage. For example, if there is 1 card on the board, it will upgrade 1 stage. If there are 2 cards, both will upgrade 1 stage. You can practice 3 harmony cards if they are all the same element and you are on the matching element on the board. Once a card has reached Phase 4, take it off the training board and put it into completed practice pile, and add a mastery point to that element tracker. Option 3 is to adventure. You can move as far as you would like, and each space will increase the challenge by the number indicated on the position on the board. If you choose to do one of the optional challenges, you must stop at the corresponding letter. If this is done, then add the challenge difficulty on top of the distance traveled. If the challenge is more than the power you currently possess, roll Aang's dice plus your trainer's dice to see if you win. Your current power is calculated by adding up all of the numbers on your training board, including the elementary mastery points. When rolling, if you do not succeed, you have 1 free reroll. If after that you still fail, then you can spend 1 harmony card from your hand or anyone else's hand per dice that you want to reroll. These cards must be spent at the same time, as this is your last chance. If the challenge is looking too difficult, you can spend 3 harmony cards before you roll for a temporary avatar dice. If you succeed on the adventure, rotate all harmony cards in the training area and gain any rewards from the challenge if applicable. Then move the cloud up to where Appa is, and that is now your checkpoint. If after all the rerolls you still lose, just move Appa back to the cloud and draw the amount of harmony cards you spent plus 1. After any of these options are completed, it is now onto Phase 2 of the turn. During this time is when you can buy technique cards or choose to upgrade your trainer. Only 2 trainers can be flipped over in a game, so choose wisely, and they can only be flipped over once you have reached the corresponding book as indicated on the card and on the map. The third option to upgrade Aang's dice is with Avatar dice. If your mastery meets any of the requirements on the player aid, you can upgrade 1 dice for an Avatar dice. Once this is completed, it is now the Comet phase. Draw 2 cards from the Harmony deck and put them into the environment. If a Comet card is drawn, move the Comet tracker 1. When fighting the Fire Lord or the Phoenix King, only Aang's dice can be used, no trainer dice. You may buy temporary Avatar dice on top of this. And that's basically it. We hope that you enjoy the game and good luck defeating the Fire Lord.